Major funding for Discovery Road was provided by Pima County Attraction and Tourism, additional funding provided by Santa Cruz Valley National Heritage Area and the National Park Service.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Discovery Road. I'm James Nelson. We're in the desert Southwest in Arizona, about to embark on a fascinating journey to learn more about Native Americans, food and ranch histories, wildlife, and a very important river. And oh yes, we'll be paying a visit to the enchanted neighborhood of the Big Cactus. That's a lot on our plate. We'd better get started. A curious bird finds a mirror and announces the find. A vulture evaluates dinner options. A ground squirrel munches fresh flowers and listens to the morning song. All part of nature's chorus line. Welcome to the close-up monocle of filmmaker Leslie Epperson. Epperson has a vast, colorful background, drawing and painting as a youngster, then majoring in art in college while discovering photography. She would go on to film Prairie Chickens at Dawn in Illinois, serve as a courtroom sketch artist, and finally settle on making documentary films.
I make films about where I am because I am in love with the earth. I love being in natural places, honestly, and I want people to understand where they are.
The biodiversity of the Sonoran Desert is where Epperson finds her film subjects, among the everlasting clash between forbidding conditions and beauty. Like the famous iconic saguaro cactus, where much of the living desert makes its living. Gila woodpeckers drill into the thick, Popeye-sized arms for nesting, but other birds, like squatters, sometimes take over, including the pygmy owl.
I'm doing a film about Cactus ferruginous pygmy owls, but what I'm really making a film about is coexistence with wildlife. Cactus ferruginous pygmy owls are a little bitty owl, about that high. They're so small. When you actually see them, it's kind of stunning, up close, how small they are. I could wrap my hand around one, easily. They have adapted to the desert and the riparian areas, which is the river areas that cut through the desert.
Epperson works with seasoned guides to find the pygmy owls, and making a film is not easy. It might take 24 hours to get just one image of the elusive raptor. She'll work on telling a story about the tiny, tough brown and white owl that can take down a lizard with little trouble, but struggles with habitat loss in its own neighborhood.
The Cactus ferruginous pygmy owls are a raptor, and they eat meat, as much as possible. They'll eat lizards and birds. And so if there is a lack of water, there's a lack of ground cover, and therefore a lack of insects. And if there's a lack of insects, then there's a lack of lizards. And if there's not enough lizards, the pygmy owls don't have any food. And it's a sad thing that people don't realize. When there's no animal around that used to be around, it means they've either left or they're dead. So a lot of them in Arizona are very impacted by this, and they're now on the endangered species list again.
As a filmmaker and storyteller, Epperson has many projects on the slate, including one on jaguars. Yes, indeed, jaguars, lurking somewhere out here, minding their own business.
But El Jefe was the first one that caught my attention, and he was in the Santa Ritas in the Madera Canyon, and I believe you were there. It's very close to Tucson, but the mountains of the Santa Ritas, that little range there is very high. It has deep, steep canyons, not unlike the mountains in Mexico. And it was fairly easy for El Jefe, for a jaguar, to move around there and not see any people. And they stay away from people. They're afraid of people. They don't want to have anything to do with us.
Epperson says the jaguar has always been around, and there have been documented sightings. It may take months, perhaps years, but Epperson will get the jaguar's story out.
I really like photographing and filming in nature because it calms me down. It puts me in a zen place. I get very... I think of it as like getting deep into something where I do feel more connected. I do start to pick up the rhythm of the wildlife and the plants. So the more I can bridge that gap between what people don't know about wildlife and what they can know and what they can know about the place they live, then I've done something well with my artistic skill, something that needs to be done.